welcome to this edition of Diaspora Central. I am Gil Ingles, and with me today I have someone who has been making a lot of noise in the Washington, D.C. area. DMV, stand up, because StarRankO is in the building.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, man. No, that's a real diaspora son right there.
Yeah.
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 No, we got to check this thing out now. We know that you one of those real hip hop heads, right? And
Right.
you kind of it's kind of funny because you kind of follow a little bit on your sister's footsteps, because your sister has also been in the studio before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Mm-hmm.
before we get into all that though, let's go ahead and start really, because I kind of want to go back. I want to first get our viewers and our audience to actually find out exactly who you are, right? And then what your origin is, because we got to connect that to the heritage, right? And then we can move on into all the other good things that you do, including marriage and family and all that.
Sounds good.
All right. Yeah, so go on. Let us know, man.
So yeah, my parents, actually, you're my uncle, but
Yeah.
my parents, they're from Angola, and so that paid.
See, you're supposed to say you're my big uncle.
Yeah, you're my big uncle.
Yeah.
So
See, now when they look at you and they look at me, they're gonna be like, "Oh snap, that's a big uncle that he's got." So they know that I'm big. Yeah.
But yeah, that played a huge role just in my life in general, just being first generation American, kind of like having to find my own identity here in my own way, but being influenced by being raised by them.
Yeah.
And they did a great job. So
Right. Indeed, they did.
And that definitely played a role into my music too, because everything that they played in the house was either inspired from where they came from, or mostly like a lot of pop music and stuff like that. Like I remember Michael a lot, Tina Turner, Elton John. Like, so my base was already like kind of in pop music. And then I myself branched out and found hip hop and rock. And so my music just kind of is a mix of everything.
Yeah. Now you're the youngest of three.
Yeah.
Right? And the first two are girls.
Yes.
Right. Now, and that's interesting enough, because out of the three of you guys, in all honesty, you were probably the one who was sort of like never in the studio when your older sister was in the studio recording, right?
Yeah. There was one time that I remember, which was hilarious.
Being there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember how it was? Tell me about it, because I don't even remember that.
It was bad. So I remember somebody asked me to do like a rap verse for my sister,
Right.
who was putting together her album, and it was already written, but I had no
Right.
idea of flow or rhythm at that time. So
Gotcha.
I'm just like reading off of the paper while the beat's going, and they're like, okay, let's and then her friend did it.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. No, but guess what? It was a good learning lesson, because it kind of got you back to your skill set, and right.
Yeah, it came along later.
Yeah. Now, being a child who's actually being raised of Angolan parents, both parents from Angola, right? You born in the United States of America, raised in the United States of America. What was the most challenging thing when dealing with both worlds and also the both sets of education, right? Because the two dynamics that go on in these two worlds.
Yeah, I think probably the biggest challenge was just the cultural difference. So like when, especially like getting to college and stuff like that, I'm like trying to figure out who I am, and being in America, obviously it's going to be a different, experience than what my parents had, especially with everything that went on in their country.
Right.
So just them trying to understand where I was coming from at that time. And like realizing that, I am my own person, and it's going to be like different.
Right.
And it may be like, I think where they were coming from was obviously a good place, where they just wanted me to be successful, but I'm out partying and doing crazy stuff, and it's like I'm trying to figure myself out.
Right.
But now everybody understands, and I'm like 30, so
There you go. Different life. Yeah.
Way different life.
Yeah. You actually at that point, that's when you start to appreciate some of those things that some of the worries that they in a way kind of made you sense and things like that.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Now we know that Big Sister, of course, was probably one of the big inspirations, but deeper inside, what really drove you to music, and when did you discover that talent?
So it's funny because it was kind of always there, but I never paid attention to it at the beginning. So like I would always be super into music when it would come on. Like I would be dancing, even though I'd be like the shy kid.
Right.
Once the music came on, then I would start being like the life of the party because I'm dancing along and having high energy. Yeah, exactly. So I think that was just there. I always enjoyed it. And then even in like high school, my teachers would let me freestyle in class, or like I remember I'd dance around if they put music on. And so it was just something I always enjoyed. But it was like when Michael Jackson died, I was listening a lot to his music and stuff like that. And I just, I don't know if it was like just hubris or ego, but I was like, you know what, I should try to make music too.
and just
it was just a stupid kid, but then I fell in love with making music, and I've just been doing it ever since. So that was a long time ago.
Now one thing that I kind of want to do, because pretty soon we're gonna have to take a break, but before we go into that break, do you remember the rap that you had written that you were trying to do it for your sister at the studio the first time? Do you still remember part of the lyrics? At least one or two lines.
I had, because I didn't write it. It was written for me.
Oh, somebody wrote it. So you were just supposed to go in and add the flow and spit it.
Right.
Gotcha.
And I didn't know how.
No. I mean, it's okay, dude. You write your own stuff, and they were trying to give you a ghostwriter, man.
Exactly, and I was like 10. So.
Yeah. you were already anti-ghostwriter at age 10. But,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
but right now you have some good stuff out. You got your own stuff out. You got good music out.
Thank you.
Yeah. You have one video out right now that it's definitely getting the attention that it deserves.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that song. Let's go into the video first, right?
Okay.
Just kind of set us up what the video is all about. Let's go into a break where we're actually gonna pass the video, and then when we come back, let's find out more about the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So go ahead and set up the video for us. Well, what's the name of the video and all that?
Yeah, so the name of the video is Pride. That's also the name of the song. And basically this is about just like a relationship type of song where it's like the ego's kind of in the way of what's going on in between these two people. And it's like they love each other. They want to basically get to a good place, but the character basically in the song that I'm writing from that perspective, his pride is kind of in the way of, getting to the result. Right.
So pride is basically putting words in the way.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go into Pride by StarRankO right here on Diaspora Central.
You want me to make it right when you decide. You want me to sacrifice more than when we started. You want me to make it right, but baby, I got pride. She don't trust me, I was lusty. Now you feeling like I called you for nothing. In your city, I was faded off of something. You always acting like I'm only after one thing. You might recall who was at your door till 4:15. Even got you off the floor. If I said it once, I said it 100 times before. When I told you that I couldn't, but you couldn't let it go. Hey now, you got me feeling some type of way now. You want my heart, baby, just don't play around. I really just don't know what to say. We can't do this every day. You want me to pay the price, leave me broken hearted. You want me to make it right when you decide. You want me to sacrifice more texting. You see them 3 little dots and think the next thing. Coming over, you already going through the bottle. I'm off the Henny, you already drunk off the Moscato. Tell me you love me while you pour yourself another bottle. You chasing everything so you know what's about to follow. Drinking liquor like we really gonna drown the sorrow. Hop in the bed and we'll do it all again tomorrow. Hey now, you got me feeling some type of way now. You want my heart, baby, just don't play around.
And we are back. If you have just tuned in, you are listening. You are tuned, excuse me, to Diaspora Central with Gil Ingles, and my guest today is StarRankO, directly from Virginia by way of Angola.
Hey.
Diaspora, stand up. Angola is in the building. Yeah, man. So nice video, nice song. Who produced it? A bit more about the core direction of the video.
So basically with the video, I was approached by a couple of dancers from Rwanda. I want to make sure I get the country right. Yeah.
You can also give us the names, because see, here at Diaspora Central, we like real stories with real people's names, because it's got to be your story told in your own words.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, okay, the group that approached me was the City Girls.
Okay.
Yeah, City Girl dancers. So they asked me, hey, we like your song. We want to do a video for it. And at that time, I was like kicking around ideas of what to do with the video. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I let them just have creative control and said, okay, go ahead and, do what you want. And they got some girls. They did the choreography, and then I just went ahead and edited those dances and videos together with the song, and it came out to be what it was. And so it's kind of telling the story through dance in that interpretive kind of way.
Got you. Now, the production of the song, what did you actually, let's go through your production process, right? I would say new writer, new singer, new artist. So what exactly is your production process like? What do you start with? You start with the beat, you start with the lyrics. How do you go about it?
Yeah, so I always start with the beat. Actually, Kurt Cobain on my wall that way. So there was one interview where he said, the music is the most important part of music, which is like duh, right? But it's once, because I used to like write and have just a bunch, because I was always good at poetry, so I would write lyrics and then go find beats that matched it. But as I got older, I found that it was way better to find the song first, either if I make the beat or I find someone who makes a good beat, and then write to it, because then you'll have a better flow, you'll have a better feel for the song, and even what to write about sometimes comes from how the song feels. Got you.
So you also make beats?
Yeah, I do. It's been a minute, but I make beats.
When did you start though? When did you start making beats?
So I started making beats back in 2014. So actually 2013.
What triggered that?
So I was a huge fan of Kanye West. I'm just a little disappointed in him now with everything going on, but he's a huge inspiration on my music. I think it's pretty obvious when people hear it, but just the fact that I saw he can make beats and he can rap, that was always like, wow, that's so cool. So I just did it kind of just to see if I could. But then I started liking the ability of just creating something out of nothing, and like being in a room and coming out with a beat. Like that was really cool to me. So
now in the household, who was your first big fan?
Ooh, Lizette. She's always the most, she's my twin. So she's the most supportive. I remember I went to, at ODU, there was like a rap battle, and I was on stage and she was there, even though it went not the greatest, but not the worst, actually. So, and it was the beginning.
And there was your first performance? Your first big performance? Yeah.
In front of like a lot of people that weren't like in a classroom who already knew and liked me. So it was like.
So was that was that a festival? Is that what it was?
It was more so just like they had like a rap battle in an auditorium or whatever for the students, and
Okay.
I just participated.
You joined in. Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So ODU.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's kind of backtrack from ODU. What were the other schools?
Like high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have two high schools.
Okay.
So my freshman year, I went to Bishop O'Connell, which is a private school, Catholic school.
Okay.
Interesting experience. But I met some friends that are like my friends to this day, brothers. So
you
good.
you made some life friends.
For sure, yeah.
And then the school after that.
The school after that was called Jeb Stuart at the time. They changed it to Justice High School now because Jeb Stuart was a Confederate soldier. So they
changed the name. Okay. And now what about middle school and elementary school?
So, okay. So in first grade, I went to a place called Glen Forest. Okay. And then in third grade, I went to a lot of schools. So I went to Corpus. I went to Corpus Christi first. That was first grade.
Okay.
And then I went to a place called Bush Hill. Okay. And then I went to Glen Forest. Cool. And then I went to Corpus Christi again. Okay.
All right. So you started at Corpus Christi and you finished at Corpus Christi.
Yeah, just took a detour.
Yeah. Now, throughout that entire process, a couple of teachers or maybe music programs at school, anything at school that kind of you think that may have influenced you or may have been sort of a bit of a driving factor towards the arts and artistry?
I think that kind of came more so in high school. I was in theater, so that helped definitely just to be on stage. Being in plays and stuff like that, having to remember your lines and, perform in front of people, that kind of got rid of any nervousness that I would have. That helped me for music. And like I said, my teachers were always really encouraging with my music, which was interesting. Just like they would be like, go ahead and freestyle, or they would put on music and then I start dancing and they're like, that's just D, like that's fine.
There you go. Yeah, at that time you weren't even StarRankO yet, you were still D.
Yeah, I wasn't even, StarRankO wasn't born yet.
Right. Now, do you remember any of the names of the teachers that you would probably use this opportunity to say thank you for something?
Yeah, I would definitely like to thank my theater teacher, Miss Lynch. She always really encouraged me to be creative. Like, in theater class, I remember I just took it just as an elective, just because I thought it was interesting. But she kind of pushed me, like, no, you should actually try out for the play. And I'm like, all right. And then she'd be like, oh, you should try out for a musical. And just always encouraging and just helping me believe in myself as a creative person.
Got you. Now let's kind of move a bit forward, because now you are a big grown man, an educated man, a family man.
Yeah.
By the way, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's the name? What's the name of the main lady? You can give her a shout out. And you might want to take this opportunity to give her a shout out.
So my wife, her name is Courtney Overton. Now it's Mokaya, so the paperwork is going through. But that's my baby.
There you go. Yeah. Any little ones yet?
Not yet.
No. All right.
In 2 years, maybe.
In 2. There you go. We gotta plan that stuff, right? Enjoy the honeymoon as much as you can. Indeed.
Thank you. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's a selfish dad right there. But there's nothing wrong with being selfish with your own happiness, man. Because if you don't do it, nobody else will.
Right.
Indeed. Yeah. Now, future plans for StarRankO.
Future plans. So basically, I am working on a couple of songs for the summer. I have a little EP that's gonna come out on pretty soon. Yeah. And that's called Summertime Stimulus. Okay. So it'll have some kind of drill beats on there, but I'm gonna do something different with it. And then I'm going to redo one of my favorite songs from my first album, Gucci. So that'll come out soon.
There you
and
go.
then on the anniversary of Michael Jackson's passing, I'm going to be putting out like a funk inspired song that I felt was inspired by him.
Got you. Yeah, no, good planning, good things going on. Now, any challenges that you currently have gone through that you probably think that you may have gotten the solution for, and that solution may help other artists who are probably getting started now also?
Yeah. So basically, I think a big problem that I had early on in when I started, music was I wanted to put people in place that I wanted to be in place, if that makes sense. But as an artist, my advice for them is go find people who have the initiative to do. You don't have to tell them what to do. You know what I mean? Like either if you have to pay somebody, pay somebody. But like when you just put your friends in place and they kind of half-hearted about it, I mean, you're not going to go anywhere. So it's like you have to put money behind what you're doing. If you believe in yourself, put in the work, put in the effort, and surround yourself with people who are just as inspired as you to go to where you want to go. Right.
And I think you just taught me a word that I'm probably going to use to substitute one that I sometimes use that I will not use any longer. So from now on, I will use half-hearted.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, because I use another one that I'd rather not say now. Yeah. Now, mom and pops, okay?
Yeah.
No competition between the two, but which one of them is probably more a fan of you than the other? Or any of them more a fan of you than the other?
I would say it's different. It's hard to compare because they're both big fans in different ways.
Gotcha.
So I think like my dad is a fan through the music.
Gotcha.
And even though my mom likes the music, she's just a fan of me. So whatever I do,
you're the man. You're the man.
Yeah. So and there are some songs that she dances to and she loves. She loves Gucci. So but yeah, my dad's the one who like listened to the whole album and give me critiques and like, oh, this is what you should do, blah blah blah. You know.
Now,
try that.
Yeah. Now talking about dancing, of course, being the son or child of Angolans, Kizomba is a major part of Angolan life. Have you learned how to dance Kizomba?
Unfortunately, not yet.
Not yet.
But it's on my calendar.
It's on your calendar. It's on your to-do list. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do see your mom and pops every so often taking a few steps. So you have attempted though.
Like I remember the house parties that my parents would throw a lot back in the day, and the dancing was I think that's definitely an inspiration on me too. So like my dad was a big dancer, and my mom was like she bopped around.
You go.
But she wasn't like a huge dancer, but my dad would dance, my uncles would dance, all the family friends would dance. I would dance when I was a kid. So dancing is not a problem at all. So you got Kizomba on your to-do list. Now, it's in there.
Now, have you had a chance of visiting Angola yet?
No. So I did visit when I was like a baby, but I don't really count that because I don't remember.
Okay.
But
any plans to any day kind of go visit? And if so, where do you think you would probably go?
Definitely. So I was actually talking with my dad about that, that is for sure going to happen. And I just don't know exactly when, but he wants to take me to where he grew up and to show me around. And so I get to like have a visual connection of my heritage.
There you go. And that's very important because that sometimes even helps us understand where we're definitely going. Well, StarRankO, it's been a pleasure to have you in this studio, man. It's been a pleasure to have you in this show because
it's been a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, definitely, man. Best of luck with everything that you got going on, and remember the Diaspora Central is home for you, so don't ever hesitate to reach out and let us know what you got going on. We're here for you, man.
All right, awesome. I'll be back.
Yeah, definitely. Now, do you have any other videos or any other clippings that we can show as we go out, or you want to give us a freestyle?
So if I would need a beat for a freestyle.
Yeah,
But
you can keep the beat going and just flow.
let me see if I could put something on.
Yeah.
But
No,
are
if it-
you guys gonna be able to hear it?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but if you don't have anything, you can just freestyle without music. We good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, most people,
So-
most of our audience got rhythm.
Okay.
You can just snap the finger and go.
All right.
Yeah.
So here we go. Back up on the mic. You know I do it right. Gotta keep it tight and I'm a like. So I gotta keep it light on the light tip. But if I go, you know I gotta always write it. Yeah, it's the StarRankO and I got flow. If you already didn't know, it's Tupac for show. So it's West Side on these. So I gotta ride on these. Yeah, I gotta edit myself in real time because I'm going off the mind. So you know, sometimes I try to go a little spastastic. It's fantastic whenever I rap and I got ass.
There you go. Yeah, and we're gonna cut it off right there because son, he's getting real now. He's getting real. Yeah, that's the StarRankO right here on the Diaspora Central. As a matter of fact, now battling rap. Have you ever battled?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I've battled. I've done some battle rap.
Yeah. How do you like the art of battling?
It's not really for me. Just because like I'm more of a like I want to sit down, I want to write, I want to basically like tell a story, or I want to like get some sort of emotion off my chest. And like battle rapping, you're just tearing down somebody else, even though it's like for fun, you know. Like I could battle rap my friends, but I think
Right.
sometimes when you battle rap people you don't know, it could get personal, and
Yeah,
then it's
yeah.
like not
Definitely.
fun anymore.
Yeah, definitely. No, definitely. Yeah. Now, this is one of those quick questions in which I don't even want you to think a lot. Okay, if there was any other country in the world that you wanted to go visit for 24 hours, and you wanted to bring something from there that you would cherish for the rest of your life, what country would that be? You're thinking
That's
too
tough.
much.
Paris, I guess, or
Yeah,
France.
France.
You know, I would go to
All right.
Paris and get some fly clothes or something like that.
Yeah, all right. So you'll be fashion from Paris.
Yeah.
All right, so France will be the place to be. StarRankO, it's been a pleasure having you here on Diaspora Central. So until next time, peace.
All right. Peace.
All right.
Well, it's early morning, then when I ride, Lord mama, well, I have a mirror red on my right side. Well, Lord, mother, well, Lord, you keep the struggle. Well, Lord, Lord, yeah. Well, he gonna rise and fight, sugar. He gonna rise and fight, baby. Well, he ain't on the dollar. He gonna rise and fight. Well,
Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I'm that guy. How many people want me to shut up and dance? How many people wanna stay stuck in a trance? How many people in this country get a chance? But I build you for my rights, so I need shit in advance, okay? How many people in the struggle for equality? You know I'm in it. If I'm living, you get all of me. Because I'm living, that the world ain't what they told us. And if you trust the POTUS, you stupid and you know this. Who am I? 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 I'm that guy. I'm the guy who's gonna say it to your fucking face. I'm that guy who you can't keep down in this place. I'm that guy, it's probably best you don't antagonize. The world is watching, the revolution is televised. Then we bringing your demise if you claiming supremacy. Channeling my inner pocket, riding on my enemies. And I sipping Hennessy while I be shooting back. Changes coming to America, and that's a fact. Fix your face, why you mad at us? We ain't even acting up. No, we got a right to life, and honestly, we had enough. If you feel the same, then throw your fist up in the sky. Let them know just who you are, and I go tell them who am I. Come on. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I'm that guy.